Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your good guy here, PrinceOnyx, and I am back. Yes, I know that y'all have missed me. I have missed y'all too. But for those who have been following me on social media, you will know and should know that I have created a podcast, the Royal Hour Podcast. The link will be in the description as well as somewhere in this video. And if I forget, again, it'll be in the description. But hey, trying to be more tech savvy, right? So it's the Royal Hour Podcast. It is available on Spotify. I'm on Apple Podcasts as well as Anchor FM, where I create the podcast. I'm also on Google Podcasts. I'm practically any and everywhere where podcasts are, essentially. Okay, so there's just that. But yes, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So this is actually my second time recording, because the first time it was like me learning how to ride a bike again. And now that I know how to ride a bike, okay, we are going to go ahead and get straight into it. So the classic man himself, Jidenna, has blessed us with yet another beautiful body of work titled Me, You, and God. And might I say, it's a really good album. I give it, on a grading scale, I give it a B-, only because there are certain songs that I wish were longer, but I enjoy it as a body of work. I just, again, wish that certain songs were longer, or that it was a longer track list, because I believe it is, let me look at my little notepad here, I believe it is like 13 tracks altogether. And what I noticed before I really get into it, what I noticed during the live session, right? What I noticed during the live session was that they played the album out of sync. It's like after track 3, they played it out of sync. And then when they go to the second half of the album, which starts for them during the live listening session, the premiere, if you will, on YouTube, they started track 8, which is one of my favorites. But they played it out of sync, which to me, sonically, it sounded better that way. I don't know why, but it almost sounded better that way. That's why I'm like, okay, wait a minute. This version, it seemed like this was maybe how it was always supposed to be, or maybe they just did it just to surprise people at the listening session. I don't know. But for me, it almost feels like, okay, this may have been the actual order of the album. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this may have been the actual order, and then they switched it last minute. I don't know. These are just, theories. I'm trying to theorize, compartmentalize, all of the realize, I lie, whatever, girl. Anyway, I'm trying to compartmentalize, realize, analyze, see lies, rationalize. I'm trying to all the lies, and that's L-I-Z-E. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? So we start. The album is basically the concept and the story. We're seeing a more vulnerable side of Jidenna. Let's start there. We're seeing a more vulnerable side of him because, we've never really necessarily seen him be in love per se. So we are seeing more of that, and just, this album, it's definitely, I would say, a period piece, a sign of the times. Because you know how, during the era of, Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that, the hippie era, there was all this, real life, brutal, harsh shit going on. And I feel like we're having our own version of that in this generation. So a lot of the artists are essentially reflecting the times. You know what I'm saying? It's giving you that funk, that jazz fusion, dance, electro. It feels like that's the vibe from a lot of artists. They're giving you all of these different genres that were otherwise deemed as outdated, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? They're giving you that. And I really appreciate it. I appreciate this body of work. Again, I feel like it could have been, some tracks could have been longer. I feel like the one interlude that I like, which is track 5, which is titled Ripe, I feel like that one definitely could have been longer, just a little bit. Just because when you're finally really getting into the groove of it, and you know what I'm saying, because it's more of a spoken word track almost. It's more of a spoken word track as it bleeds into the next track on the album. Because again, they played things out of sync a little bit. But it's basically, Jidenna being in love with a woman and genuinely like feeling her, vibing with her, seeing a future with her, and all of these experiences that he has had with her. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's really dope to see this, especially from a black heterosexual cisgendered man. You got to throw all the pronouns and all the isms and all this other stuff in there. Girl, that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, it's just really dope to see that for him and from him. And I, even as a black cisgendered gay man, I can relate to it too. Because when you're really, really in love, you're showing a side of yourself that not even your closest friends have seen. You know what I'm saying? Like I experienced that in 2021. And I experienced it again with the same person last year. And right now we're, Jesus, okay, somebody is definitely drag racing outside. I got my window open a little bit, child. It's 70 something, almost 80 degrees here in Chicago. You know how we give it up. Anyway, so I've experienced that vulnerableness and that being in love. Like I've experienced it really well. Like that's a whole nother conversation. But if I had to say it, Me, You, and God by Jidenna, it gives me that dope you can hang out with, talk about all this Afrocentric black shit with. It's giving me the cousin to Prototype. Those of y'all who've listened to Outkast and y'all know the song Prototype, y'all know where I'm going. It's giving Prototype, the cousin to Prototype, the extended version. You know what I'm saying? It's, I can hear that this song being played. I can hear this song being played on a road trip or on a flight in the summertime, going to festivals, hanging out with your friends, having a bonfire. I can hear it definitely during the summertime. Not to say that you can't play it in other seasons, like fall, winter, spring, but it's definitely giving that summertime album. Like the way, it was released in the month of May. It was released May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. It was released, May 5th. So it's like, the month before summer really kicks off. So I feel like this is definitely a summer album. But again, you can play it elsewhere. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Okay, so the first track is literally a 2-second intro called I'm Looking for a Connection, and it's like that computer, like the computer trying to boot up and connect that it's like that little sound. Boom. Goes into track 2, Misbehave. Misbehave is giving me that funk. It's giving me funk. It's giving me jazz fusion. Again, it's giving me I guess you could say, damn, are there subgenres of disco? I feel like there are, and I'm going to look that up. But like, it's giving me definitely funk and jazz fusion. You know what I'm saying? Is it my favorite track? No, not necessarily. I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's cool for what it's worth. Is it memorable? Again, not to me, but it's okay. I still like it for what it's worth. It fits the theme and the body of the album. You feel me? There we go. Then we go to track 3, which is Front End, that features Roman John Arthur. He was one of the producers on the album as well. He does really good, might I add. So it features Roman John Arthur and these compositionists or composers, I guess you can say, Gardens and Villa. Two white dudes, pretty dope on the track, whatever they were doing on the track, because they're part of the featured credits. So it was pretty dope. Front End is basically like, hey, I'm really digging you. We having sex damn near all day, every day. I'm canceling plans with my friends and canceling other stuff just to hang out and kick it with you. But I need to know on the front end what's real. You know what I'm saying? I can't be out here looking crazy, being vulnerable, showing that I'm in love, expressing a side of myself that I've been otherwise taught to withhold. I can't be out here showing that side of me and you not really giving me no play. Like you just using me. So it's like, let me know on the front end, what is it? You know what I'm saying? You sending me nudes, you dropping the address, let me know, dropping the addy, let me know where you at. But let's get busy, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm out here, making money so that hey, we can kick it, we can kick it, you know what I'm saying? Me and my chick, we can kick it. Maybe that's what I was trying to say. I'm just out here I'm out here grooving and vibing with you, but I need to know on the front end, what's the deal? Is it real? Is this a situationship? Is this blooming to a relationship? What is it giving? You feel what I'm saying? So I really like it. I really, really I really like it. I really like it. Front End is really dope, and that was also one of the singles too, leading up to the album. I would say that was the third single, because the 3 singles actually were Blush, Safe featuring Boosie Collins, and Front End featuring Roman John Arthur and the other guys, you know, Gardens and Villa. So those are the 3 singles. So yeah, Front End being track 3, it makes sense. Like when you listen to the album as a whole, it makes sense with that being, that being track number 3. It makes sense, especially going from Misbehave. It almost sonically feels like it makes sense, you know, even though again, Misbehave is not really one of my favorites, but that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, Front End. Then we go, this is when they started playing it out of order. So then they play track 6, which is Safe, featuring Boosie Collins. Which, Boosie Collins and Jidenna, musically and sonically, make sense. It's that disco meets funk, meets swank, meets swing. It's a beautiful blend of those genres, beautifully intertwined and blending together, you know what I'm saying? And Boosie just always sounds so smooth as always. Like he gets on the track and it's just like the engineer don't even gotta do nothing, don't even gotta really tell him nothing. The engineer just hits the record, you know, hits the buttons, sits back and just lets Boosie ride, you know what I'm saying? Like it makes musical sense. It makes musical sense. I'm glad that Jidenna was able to get Boosie and it was able to fit into the budget for the album, because this is not Boosie's first album. This is Jidenna's first independent release, because he's no longer with Epic Records. He's still with Wonderland Records, but he has his own label where, you know, how he puts out his own music, known as Magic Chief Productions. So this is his first independent release, so there's no major label backing, none of that. So yeah, I like how this feature makes sense. Like outside of Roman John Arthur, this feature with Boosie Collins, it makes sense. If he didn't get anybody else on this album, I would be okay with that. Which there's really practically nobody else really on the album. I mean, if they are, it's just uncredited vocals. Like, you know, they're vocal, you hear them, but it's like you don't know who they are. So it's like uncredited vocals, unless you go to like Genius.com or download the Genius app, you know. But yes, I like Safe, which again is track number 6, and I found that so interesting that they played that out of sync. Then they play track 5, which is the interlude of Ripe, R-I-P-E, and I really enjoy that one. Again, that's the one that I really wish was longer, just because it's a really dope one. Again, it's more spoken word. It's giving you that like 70s blaxploitation vibe and feeling, like it's like some spoken words that you hear at the beginning of like a Superfly movie or something like that, or like Coffee, or you know what I'm saying, like, you know, Jackie Brown, or no, Foxy Brown. Jackie Brown was the sequel, but you know what I'm saying, it's giving you that type of, or Shaft, it's giving you that type of vibe where it's like this album could be the album for, it could be like a part of the soundtrack for a blaxploitation movie in this day and age. You feel what I'm saying? So it's really dope. I really enjoy it. Ripe is really dope. And then they go to playing track 4, which is Blush. Now, Blush, I really like. I like Blush because when you're listening to the lyrics outside of the beat, the melody and all that stuff, he's, you know, again, he's confessing how he's feeling about this woman. Like, you know, I'm already moving in with her. You know, my guys think I'm crazy. They think I'm tripping. They like, oh, damn, what type of, you know, damn, she put it on you, huh? She must have just put it on you and you just already moving in. Is the puss good? Is the, you know what I'm saying, is the cat snatching? Is it good? Is it good? Is it juicy? Is it fat? Da-da-da-da. And it's like, Jidenna is on his smooth shit. It's like, aside from all that, she dope. Like, it's something about her. I'm blushing. I'm really showing my love. I'm being vulnerable as a black man, which is something that he even addresses in the song. Like, we were taught to hate that. We were in a way raised to be, you know, oh, don't show your feelings. That's bitch made. Blah, 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 blah. You know, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And here he is being vulnerable with her. It's like, girl, you got me blushing. I'm feeling butterflies in the pit of my stomach. I'm feeling all, you know, nice, all flowery, all bubbly, all, you know, feeling all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, feeling all good. Like, what is this? Like, what is this feeling? You feel what I'm saying? Like, do you? Like, Like, it's just, I love the vulnerability, the honesty, the openness, the willingness to be open on this album. I love it. Now, mind you, he experienced a lot while making this album. He was, he experimented with shrooms, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, if this is what shrooms does for an artist, I don't know, I might have to go ahead and indulge myself, because, I like me a nice edible every now and again. Thankfully, I'm not on one now, unlike the first time I recorded this video. Whew. But it's really dope. It's really dope. I like it. I like Blush. It's really a dope track. And yeah, I just really like it because he's being vulnerable. He's being vulnerable. He's being vulnerable. And what is there not to like about that, right? So then next we have track 7, which is one of the other interludes called Money. And basically it's talking about how money is emotional. And here, let me look up the lyrics, the exact lyrics for it, because I really like the message behind it. Even though it was one of the tracks that I'm like, it's okay that it was short. As an interlude, it's okay that it was short, because I'm like, okay, whatever. But anyway, money, yeah, it's like money is emotional. I know it's just business, but it's personal. And it just repeats itself. Like, again, money is emotional. I know it's just business. It feels personal. Which is honest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially in this business. In any business, really. But in this business of the entertainment industry, money means a lot. As the saying goes, money talks, bullshit walks. So it's giving, it's a short little interlude. Nothing really too serious about it. I can honestly do without it. Like, I feel like I know that he recorded more than just these 13 songs. And so, like, I really hope that we do get a deluxe, but if we don't, but I hope we do, that, if we do get a deluxe, it's either like some extended versions of some songs, and also, new songs that, again, didn't make the standard edition cut, So money I can really do without. It's not really like a make or break for me. It's not a make or break for me. I'm like, I would skip it. But because of the transitions on the album, that's another thing. The transitions. The transitions are so seamless. And I love that. Even in the singles, you will notice in Safe and Blush and Front End, towards the end of each track, it almost sounds like it's supposed to bleed into something else. Now again, when you have the whole album, and let's say you decide to make a playlist of the album, which I am going to do, because again, I have the singles. So when I bought the album, I only got the songs that were on the album. The singles, they didn't download again because I already have them. That's, how iTunes does it. So when you listen to it though, now with those singles, you're going to hear those transitions, and now it's going to make even more sense. Now what I'm going to probably do is make 2 playlists. The album with the singles, in the correct order, and then I'm going to probably make a playlist of how they played it during the live session when I had watched it on my iPad on YouTube. It'll be like, okay, how they had played it, I'll have that second playlist to mimic that. But the transitions are seamless. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, money I can do without, but I allow it to play through just because I'm like, it bleeds into the next track a little bit, a little tiny bit, not even a tiny bit. It bleeds into it because it gives like a couple of seconds, of like that cut, break, pause. Then it goes into the guitar strings for the next track, which is one of my favorites. Jidenna, you should have made this track longer. Like, again, if you do a deluxe or even just an extended version, this is one of them tracks that needs to be longer. Like, the repeat button, baby, I can't keep hitting it hard enough. Okay, like, damn. And then it's like when it repeats, it almost feels like you can't really tell until maybe the second time, and you're like, oh, okay, this is the beginning of the song. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so track number 8 is Maybe Swankaphonia. So Swank is Jidenna's thing, how he classifies his music. So I would say Swank is the more well, no, because swing music is definitely black, but it's the cousin to swing. Swank is the cousin to swing music. And so maybe Swankophonia, it gives you again that groovy funk, swank, swing feel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, yeah, I won't even say jazz fusion. No. But maybe Swankophonia, if Jimi Hendrix was still with us, I could see him possibly trying to hop on the remix. I could see it. I could see him possibly trying to hop on the remix. If he was still with us and still, you know, was like, hey, you know what, I'm still out here making moves, making music, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, maybe Swankophonia is really dope. It's something about it, you know, I wish you love, peace, power, swank, love, peace, power, swank. I wish you love, peace, and power, swank. Like, just repeating that, like, that's just, it's giving you that blipster, black hipster, you know what I'm saying, that hippie, that black hippie vibe, you know what I'm saying, like, it's just, it's really good, it's really good. I enjoy it. Track 8, I really enjoy it, like, especially, look, when you off an edible, and you have some wine too, or if you know you like to do an edible and smoke a blunt, which I don't really understand people who have to do that, because the edible is already got THC in it. Girl, that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, so yeah, maybe Swankophonia is really that bitch. And that track should have been longer. Like, look, when I do my meet and greet, I'm gonna let him know that. I'm gonna be like, sir, track 8, maybe Swankophonia, you need to make a longer version. Like, you need to give us a deluxe. You need to give us a deluxe. You need to give us a deluxe. And that needs to be long. Give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And I will leave you alone. Okay, like some artists, I just want to tap them on the shoulder and be like, hey, so-and-so's song needs to be longer. Okay? Anyway, next we have track number 9, which is Pull Out, which is another, it feels like more of an interlude, which I still feel like should have been longer. And this one, I could tell Roman John Arthur, his vocals were on it, as well as Jidenna's, even though it doesn't say featuring him, but it's like I know that those are his vocals that's on it. And even when you go to Genius and you go to the credits, it says that it is featuring him. So, and basically, you know, Pull Out, from the lyrics, it's like, you know, you wondering why I'm staring out in space. Early in the morning, girl, you told me that you late. Meaning her, you know, her monthly is late. I front like that ain't heavy on my plate. I'm praying while I play out 700 different fates. Now at that point, he turned into Doctor Strange, playing out all these different fates, all these different, you know, possibilities and timelines, because it's like, oh crap, damn, I should have pulled out, which, trust me, Pull Out, they say that it works, it does not. Not that I've experienced that, it's just, it don't work, fellas. It don't. But the Pull Out track is like, you know, from the hook that Roman is singing, baby, I fucked and got too deep. Fucked and got too deep. And baby, I know this love ain't cheap. But then got too deep, baby, yeah. But then got too deep. Womp womp. But then got too deep, baby, yeah. Know this love ain't cheap. Womp womp. Know this love ain't cheap. Oh, baby, but then got too deep. Like, you know, it's just like that rationalizing of, oh my God, I really went too deep, and oh my God, you might be pregnant. What's happening? So it's another really dope track. It's one of them interludes where, you know, you just chilling out, sipping some wine, you just had an edible, it's starting to kick, and you're just like reminiscing. You could just be reminiscing about anything with your partner or even just yourself, and you're just like, damn, what did I get too deep into in my life? You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, you know, you're just reminiscing about stuff and you're like, damn, maybe I got too deep in that one relationship. Maybe I got too deep into my work and forgot the world existed. Maybe I got too deep and forgot me in that relationship. Maybe I got too deep and lost myself in this other person who probably really wasn't worth it looking back. Yeah, you know, possibilities endless. Again, playing out 700 different fates. Okay. Making sure that we see each other. Okay. So next, we have Sweet Bitters. Now, Sweet Bitters, is where he talks a little bit about him being introduced to polygamy by way of the woman that he is seeing now. She introduced him to a lot, and he talked about how in polyamory, in polygamy, and I have a friend who is polygamous as well, so they were saying how, like, you know, it's a domino. It can oftentimes be a domino effect when you break up with somebody within the group, the collective, whatever you want to call it. How, you know, you don't just lose that person, you essentially lose family. You know what I'm saying? It's like you guys are all connected, not just because of the dating and the romantic side. There's also just the connection in general. And so when that stuff falls apart, it's like, damn, you're losing a lot that comes with that. So sweet bitters. It's the introverse, you know what I'm saying, the opposite of bittersweet. How you can think about somebody and be like, damn, it's screwed up how we fell apart. It's messed up how we fell apart. But you're still a sweet person. There's still a sweet thought or sweetness that comes to mind, and the taste in my mouth is still sweet. Sweet bitters is, it's like sweet thoughts, and then that bitterness, that bitter taste, that bitter thought is like, damn. The other shoe dropped, if you will. You know what I'm saying? The other shoe dropped. And that's the bitter part of the thought process. It's like, damn, you introduced me to a lot, and things were happening so fast. Boom, came to this conclusion. What the hell? But we had a blast. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, Sweet Bitters, I like it. That track was good. That was actually one of the tracks that was, you know, it was long enough. It was 3 minutes, you know, 3 minutes and some change. And then no, that's the next track that I'm thinking of. But yeah, Sweet Bitters, I really enjoyed it because, again, we're seeing a more vulnerable side of Jidenna, which, again, we don't see that all the time. You feel what I'm saying? We don't see that all the time. We don't see that all the time. So when it comes to male rappers, black male artists, we don't see that all the time. So I enjoyed it. I really did. This was, yeah, it was really good. That shit was good. I enjoyed it. It was dope. I enjoyed it. Shit was good. Shit was really good. I definitely enjoyed that. You know, so that was a good one. I really would like to see a video for Sweet Bitters. I would like to see a video for maybe Swankaphonia. I would like to see a video for Ripe, which you could really just make Ripe. You could really do Ripe and maybe Swankaphonia together almost. The money part for the money song, you know, which is the interlude, and girl, whatever. But Ripe, I really like that. Let's see what else. I'm trying to go through, scroll through. Ooh, wait a minute, damn, I didn't mean to click on that. Okay, anyway, child. You know, child, Genius be having all them damn advertisements that you ain't mean to click on, so you scroll too fast. Girl, anyway. Next we have Situation. Now this is one that definitely gives me Jimi Hendrix meets Prince because of the guitar, the strings. You know, I'm in a situation. I'm in a situation. It's definitely giving you that club vibe. Again, this is the swank, the funk, the disco, if you will. Okay, screw it. We finna look up. Hold on, y'all. We finna look up subgenres of disco, and that's if it exists. If it exists, y'all. If it exists. Let's see, cause baby, we finna look that up. Ooh. I was right. I was right. Alrighty, so aside from disco, specifically, I would say it is giving me that, where is it? Funky house. Okay, funky house and post-disco. Ooh, okay, I like that. So yes, it's giving post-disco and funky house, funk, boogie, which is another subgenre of disco. So it's giving boogie, funky house, swank, funk, and disco. It's giving all those five rolled into one. Okay, so yes, Situation is one of those ones you just grooving at the club. I could see it played in like a scene where in Insecure, where Issa and Molly are like hanging out somewhere, like a day party or some shit, you know, because it's always something black as hell and just free and loving as fuck happening in California, right? Something in LA, San Francisco, wherever, you know what I'm saying, Long Beach, South Central, wherever. So it's giving that real, it's like I could see this being played at like a beach party, at a bonfire, You know, again, it's that summer vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's that, you know, motherfuckers catching waves, they surfboarding, they surfing. You know what I'm saying? Just, it's just dope. It's just dope. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I wish that this one was, it was longer. It was long. It was a long song. I would say like 3 minutes and something. But I wish that it were, I wish it was like maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Because even if it was just the hook over and over again, the chorus, it's like, bruh, like, situation is good. Situation is good. It's good. You know, because it's saying like, okay, let me look at some of the lyrics. I'm in a situation. There's a lot on my heart and my mind. You put me on probation. I wish I could rewind. Parts of me you've once fell for. They don't feel as charming to you now. Doors to your heart are closing. Will I make it back inside? Then the hook, you know, and then it's like, man can't live by bread alone. In other words, by money. You need a faithful woman who will be praying with stones, crystals. I said, man can't live by bread alone. Girl, I know. Will I make it back inside? So it's like him trying to, like, she put him on probation. She put him on ice. So clearly something happened in a relationship, maybe from sweet bitters with that breakup within the poly dynamic, where it's like, okay, she put you on ice and you're figuring out, okay, damn, I can't just try to woo her with my money. Because it's like, okay, yeah, I can't live just by money alone. I need a woman like her who's like, you know, she's all herbal and witchy and alternative and so different, pro-black as hell, all of that. And, you know, she's the type that'll pray for me with some amethyst and some jade and some centurion and tiger's eye and all. Like, she'll be at the altar with the crystals just, you know, making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? Praying over this relationship. So it's like, damn, I'm in a situation right now. Because it's like, how can I get back inside? Not just inside, but how can I get back inside? Okay, like, how can I get back inside of this? Not just, but inside of this. Like, tell me, okay? So situation is really good. I like that one. Then we go into our last 2 tracks, which is Summer Hunger. So let me look over the lyrics, because Summer Hunger, I ain't gonna lie, I like it. It's another one of those tracks that I'm just like, it'll have to grow on me. Again, the album just came out. It's going to have to grow on me. So give it maybe by like the middle of the summer. I'll probably be like, okay, yeah, I feel it. I'm vibing. You know, some songs hit you later on. When it comes to, and artists know this too. When they do like a body of work, they know that, okay, some of these songs, it may take it to grow on people. You know what I'm saying? It may take to grow on people. And some songs, you can almost tell, oh, they going to love that one. That one, oh, they gonna love. Track number what? Oh, they gonna love that one. Track 6, track 7, track 5. Oh yeah, they gonna love that one. Track 8 and 9, Track 11, but tracks like at least 1, 2, and 3, oh, great. Track 4 might be another grower. You never know. But Summer Hunger, basically, you know, it's like with this one, I'm skimming over the lyrics, of course. Let's see, because I'm trying to see, did anything really stand out to me with this one? Because not really. Let me see. I'm doing things that I never did and saying things I ain't said yet. And with you, baby, I become someone that I ain't met yet. Yes. Yes. Summer Hunger. You see how I toss the phone, but I'm like, oh, bitch, my notes. It's coming back. Summer Hunger. This is where Jidenna is being met with his shadow self. And not just his shadow self, but he's being met with his higher self and who he can become. And that is happening because of this relationship. He's becoming somebody that he never thought he would become. Again, like he said in the first verse, I'm doing things that I never done and saying things I ain't said yet. And with you, baby, I become someone I ain't met yet. Like, let's go ahead and sit on that. I'm doing things I've never done, saying things I ain't said yet. And with you, baby, I'm becoming somebody who I haven't met yet. So he's meeting the version of himself who he's probably always desired and saw himself being, right? But he never really felt that because of, you know, societal constraints, toxic masculinity, toxic patriarchy, and all of that stuff under the guise of blackness and being a black boy growing into a black man in a anti-black world, you know what I'm saying, and finding himself in a way that makes sense to him. And so he's doing all of this stuff, and it's like the woman, essentially, it's almost like it's an exorcism of sorts, getting that shadow self up out of you, and getting, as he says in the intro, you scared the, let me make sure I'm quoting it right, you scared the fuckboy out of me. I'm in love, I'm terrified. You scared the fuckboy out of my eyes. Oh, you slapped me, justified. So it's just, you scared the fuckboy out my pride. You scared the fuckboy out of me. Me back then would fuck your friends. You scared the fuckboy out of me. Chasing highs, father died. You scared the fuckboy out of me. I was sly, through thorough lies. It's like he's really having all of these and I read that out of order, but he's having all of these like realizations that it's like, damn, you really got me out here moving different. You got me out here moving smarter. You got me out here being the better version of myself that I never thought I would be able to get to. You helped me with that. Like when you have somebody who essentially helps to grow you up, even though you're grown, but they help you to grow up in the sense of like healing those childhood wounds, those teenage wounds, those early 20s wounds, that young adult wounds, healing that and helping you get to that level. Girl, look. Listen. Are you listening? I don't know if y'all are listening. Are you listening? Are you? Because that right there, while it may not be necessarily my favorite track, the lyrics hit because it's like, yo, wow, I really am growing up. And it's because of you that's helping me be that guide along the way. But a guide, just like a spirit guide that stays in your life, you are guiding me, but you're also staying with me through this process versus just throwing in the towel. Like that? Come on. Yeah. Okay. And so now we bleed over into, because again, the transitions, chef's kiss. Okay, Beyonce will be proud. Shout out to Renaissance. I don't care what AJ, whatever her name is, got to say. Girl, please, it wasn't for you because... It wasn't for you. I'm going to be nice. It wasn't for you. Unlike everybody else dragging you by your bandana and your braids, it wasn't nice. Anyway, now we go to the last track, You Scary. Even though I feel like there could have been 15 tracks. But hey, we're at the last track, right? Home stretch, the home run. So, we go to You Scary. So, and really, it's almost like it's definitely a short song because it's really like the intro, you got a verse, and then you got the outro. So, the verse goes, you're brave in my soul, fuck with you the long way. I'll be yours forever and a day. I'll be yours forever and a day. Fuck with you the long way. Fuck with you the long way. I'll be yours forever and a day. Fuck with you the long way. So, it's not really much to gather from it, right? It's not much to gather from it. But when he says that you're brave in my soul, again, it's that giving you that extra piece of armor. And you're already armed up suit, you know what I'm saying? But giving you that braveness, that, boosting your braveness, boosting your courage, that extra boost in your confidence, that extra pep in your step. It's like, damn. I mess with you, I rock with you the long way. I fucks with you, you know what I'm saying? I fucks with you the long way, like real intertwined type of vibe, And so, yeah, again, there's not much to gather from it. That's why I feel like it should have maybe been like 15 tracks or maybe even 14, because I'm like, okay, this definitely feels like the last track. But maybe this should have been track 14 or 15. I feel like there should have been maybe like 2 more or just 1 more in between Summer Hunger and You Scary. Or 2 or 1 more before Summer Hunger and You Scary. Because I feel like the album almost kind of like rushes to be done. when it comes to summer, the end of Summer Hunger transitioning into You Scary, it almost feels like the album is trying to rush itself to being complete. God damn it, because somebody is playing some ghetto ass shit that don't nobody care about outside. See, again, it's hot as hell. I turned the fan off so that y'all could hear me, but God, girl, can you shut up? Damn, nigga, everybody ain't trying to be a trap star. Anyway, child, whew, summertime in Chicago, girl. You gotta love it, but you also just gotta be like, damn. Anyway, so yeah, so You Scary is the finisher for the album. So all in all, again, I give it a B-. I enjoy the track. I'm going to enjoy it even more when I go to see Jidenna live. I'm wondering, though, like, is he going to play? I feel like he's going to play more than just Me, You, and God. I feel like he's going to include some songs from 85 to Africa. He may include some songs from his other album. Damn, what was the first album? Jesus Christ. Hold on, what was his first album, y'all? Because, oh, Boomerang. No. Boomerang was an EP, wasn't it? Yeah, Boomerang was an EP, but he may include some stuff from there. Let's see, The Chief. That was his studio album, The Chief. He may include some songs from there, I feel like. So, yeah, he may include some other stuff in there. Because, like I said, I'm going to do a meet and greet ticket, so fingers crossed I get that. But yeah, so there you guys have it again. That's my honest review from your good guy here, PrinceOnyx. Yes, baby, I am back. I'm slowly but surely working my way back into this YouTube thing. I have missed y'all so much. But hey, again, if y'all want to hear more of my opinions, my thoughts and views on various things going on right now, whether it's the writer's strike, how people are reacting to Chloe Bailey, the situation with Jonathan Majors, y'all can go ahead and check out the Royal Hour podcast. Again, the description will be, the link will be in the description box below, and I may try to have it in one of these like little links, whatever, because YouTube has definitely changed when I was really hitting the ground with it. But hey, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you all think. Be sure to check out the album, and check out the album before you watch this video, and then come back to it afterwards. Or if this video even encourages you to go check it out, hey, you're right. You're very welcome. I thank y'all, and I thank y'all for thanking me for the recommendation. And that's that on that. So yes, this is your good guy here, Prince Love y'all lots, and yeah, that's all I got. Again, I give Me, You, and God a B-. I give it a 8 out of 10. Really, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's not bad. I just wish certain songs or interludes were longer. And I just wish we had like 1 or 2 extra tracks. That's just me though. I'm also still holding out hope for a deluxe. But other than that, I will talk to y'all later. Peace. Well, hold on, wait. Love, peace, power, swing.